Hey guys, thanks for stopping by today. Today I want to go over what this is and why you should stop throwing them away. For those that don't know, this is a vat cleaning sheet out of a resin 3D printer. The vat sheet is formed after each print. You will turn on the entire screen of your printer for 15 to 45 seconds and it will create this film on the bottom. And what that film does is it captures all of these little like broken supports that may have come off, or a piece of a model that wasn't attached very well, an island that was made in your slice file and you just didn't catch it before you printed. So all those things fall down to the bottom of the vat, and then you cure this resin sheet on the bottom, traps those, peel the resin sheet off, usually throw it in the trash, go on with life. However, I thought it was a waste just to throw this out. So let me show you what I plan to do with mine in the future. It's the same thing that I've been doing with leftover resin for the past couple years. So my wife and I have a dice addiction. Dice hobby? Dice hobby. Yeah, let's go with hobby. Dice hobby. And so we'll pour a batch of resin into something, be it dice molds, or I do capstones for the board game TAC. And then you'll have resin left over because nobody measures. I mean, you just eyeball it, and then you always have leftover. And so what we do is we pour those leftovers into a sheet silicone mold that I made, and end up with these kind of shapes with foil or whatever we had laying around, whatever the dice theme was or the dice colors were. And what I use these for are photo backdrops, and I'll post some up on the screen here. That way you guys can see what I'm talking about. And so today we're going to do the same thing with that vat cleaning sheet. So the first thing you want to do is pretty much what you do with a normal 3D resin print. Clean it with 90% isopropyl alcohol and paper towels, or let it drip dry. Here I'm just giving it an extra scrub because I'm about to paint it, and then cure it as you would. Some UV light. I did this for about 3 minutes, and then it's on to the painting. So I'm not being very careful here, really just getting somewhat of a gradient and trying to cover most, but not necessarily all, of that cleaning sheet. You may notice that bend in the bottom. I want it to blend in with the base of the miniature that I'm going to photograph. That helps this fade into the background a little bit better than having a sharp 90-degree angle. And there's a reason why I wasn't being super careful here. I feel like it adds more interest. As a little experiment, I took this picture right here and removed the background, and then added a manual gradient in Inkscape. And now you can contrast that with our physically painted backdrop here. You'll see the speckling and the way that the light actually interacts with it, instead of being an artificial background placed behind there. So I set this up, and then I tried it in different orientations with light hitting it differently. All these photos are taken with my smartphone, and they are not altered afterward other than cropping. So this gives you an idea of the depth that you can get with just a painted backdrop. And as a bonus tip, you can cut these vat cleaning sheets into smaller sections and use them as color swatches. I want to thank you guys for watching, and if you'd like to support this channel further, you can buy my books, check out my Patreon, or just become more involved in the TAC community. I'll leave links to our Discord and the playtac.com, which is the free online site. I'll leave those down in the description. And I'll leave you with some glamour shots of what we did today. Thanks, guys.